Hello, this is Dancingbear, your autistic prince, the voice of the voiceless, the president-elect of Myerscough College, the Sigma male, and your people's chosen.
Your intro is going to get longer and longer each week. So first off, from the bottom of our hearts, we would like to apologise because we've missed, 3 weeks now?
Is it 3 weeks? Are you going to upload this tonight and we'll just
I will upload this slightly later.
All right, yeah, I think what it is as well, personal issues have just got in the way. We've both been ill.
Yeah, we've both been very ill. I've been poorly sick.
Yeah, I've had a very bad cough, chest infection. So, for anyone who watches us listens to us, watches us fairly religiously, I genuinely do apologise. But we intend to make it up to you. But never fear, if we ever do miss an episode in the future, we will try not to. We will try to avoid that. But please know it's for very good reasons.
Yeah, and I do normally, mention it on our Twitter. Not trying to plug the Twitter there, but did I mention we have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Just plug that right in there.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, it's good to see you again. I haven't seen you properly for a while. And we've been speaking on phone.
Before we start, I am Tom, the other guy.
Oh, yeah, you never introduced yourself.
This could be someone's first, and I'm just like this other voice.
Yeah.
Or you doing two voices.
Yeah. Well, that would be amazing.
Well, you never know.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm Tom, Koala.
I don't know why I'm doing that to my shirt. It's like no one can see me do this, but yeah. I always do it when I'm like...
isn't it?
Yeah, I do. I fiddle my collar.
So, quick disclaimer, there may be possible swearing in this, and also anything we talk about, might need some more fact checking, because at the end of the day, these are mainly our opinions or what we've seen.
Absolutely,
we've just seen the headline and not read for everything, so we may get certain things wrong.
Yeah, I mean, to say we can't be well educated on everything. This podcast is just enthusiasm. We're loving like all the franchises of nerd culture, and above all, encouraging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hope this podcast, in some bizarre way, may encourage other people to do either something similar to what we do, or maybe even potentially some ideas that might get people going even more creatively. Who knows? But please, by no definition, please take our opinions as gospel.
That's true. Please don't. Really
Please
don't.
don't.
But on to slightly sadder news. I'm now functionally extinct.
No, I was actually just thinking about that. To be really honest with those listeners out there, because I have got to say this. I don't mean to cut you off there. I am genuinely surprised, and I mean this with the utmost sincerity, how much feedback we're getting doing this.
Yeah.
And you looked up, I don't know, on a particular app, we have certain listeners in Iran, we've got listeners in Germany. It's like, it's just mind-blowing. Yeah, thank you. I really can't thank you so much, and I really appreciate that.
If you live in Accrington and you're listening to this, I know it's hard living in Accrington, so if we have brought anything to your life, thank you, because I have been in that town and it is a shithole.
Oh dear, I don't think it's as bad as people make out.
Am I going to have to edit that out?
No, I don't think so. It's an opinion.
It's
an opinion.
It's in good taste. Accrington is what, the next town over from
I've
us?
met some beautiful women in Accrington.
You know what? How many Gregs have they got in Accrington?
They've got a couple.
I've got a funny story about Accrington.
Oh, right.
It's more about two companies.
Before we get sidetracked, I mean, we're juggling humour and sadness, actually. I think you better explain away, because I cut you off there with the koala.
With all the fires and stuff going on in Australia.
Yeah.
Down in Australia.
Good eye, mate. Sorry, I don't know why I just did that. I forget we're on the podcast sometimes.
Steve Irwin would be proud. Although today, or maybe last week, he would have been crying because someone came out and said that koala bears are functionally extinct. Now, I didn't take it as face value because, it's one article on The Guardian. I ain't going to believe that.
Yeah.
I looked into it more, and technically, yes. So what happened is, enough of the koala bear population has died, the wild ones, has died in these fires. It's been so hot that it is the first recorded instance in like years and years and years, nearly human history, I think, that koala bears have been seen drinking.
Yeah.
Because they normally get all the liquid from eucalyptus leaves. But because so many of them have died of their population, and so much of the forest that they eat, the eucalyptus tree, has gone, and it would take so long to grow back, there's not enough wild numbers to have any big impact on the ecosystem. There's also one virus, because there's not enough genetic diversity now. One virus could wipe them out, or there could be issues for the species in the future.
Yeah.
And we can't grow the trees back fast enough. So functionally extinct. They're not extinct, but they no longer have an impact on their ecosystem. And humans now need to help the koala bears.
How sad is that, though?
Also, in other news, although similar sort of thing, the last Malaysian rhino in the wild went extinct.
Bloody
The last known survivor of this race. There's, I think, 80 around the world.
Yeah.
In zoos, but wild, there's none.
We were talking about it in a phone call yesterday, and I try to include our listeners as much as we can, because how many times do we say in a phone call conversation, this is podcast, so we're always talking shop, folks. And I was genuinely sad. Could you tell I was sad?
Yeah, well, I mean it's like I saw that famous picture from the Australian fires that a lot of people have seen now, and it's fire smoked loads of bats out of the caves, but quite a lot of them stayed inside and died. So there's literally a picture of someone with a shovel shoveling dead bats into a wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow is full, and on the floor there's bats everywhere.
Yeah.
This is bad. But don't worry, the billionaires saved Notre Dame.
Yeah, mate. Do you know what? I have tried to avoid this podcast from getting too political, and if I ever do, you can always edit it out. But this isn't politics. People need to realise, when an animal goes, it's gone. When a species goes, that is it, it's gone. And just sheer selfishness of, I wouldn't say humanity, because I'm not going to generalise, but because of certain capitalism, that'd rather have money than save a species. It's like with the tusks of the rhino. In what world did someone come up with the idea of, we'll take a tusk from a rhino. Shall I use it as a decoration? Shall I just give it to someone? No, I'll just grind it and snort it up my nose. That's what who thinks like that?
Well, yeah, but that's... You got to be careful there, because that's old tradition.
But still, come on. I'm not saying people... I don't know if people practice that now.
On other news, science has managed to create synthetic rhino horns that they're going to flood the black market with, because they
Which
sell
I'm happy about. I am
China,
happy about, yeah.
But the synthetic ones are just horsehair.
Yeah.
Because obviously rhino horns are made from hair and some stuff squished together.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I get upset, and maybe I let my passions govern me too much. But
it's not, because at the end of the day, I want to say this to anyone listening, and you've got a kid on the way, or anyone else that has kids.
Yeah.
What would you, or if you haven't, right? So we live in a weird time now in history where you may have to turn around to your kid, and an animal that you grew up with no longer exists.
Yeah.
We are literally on the point of that generation of people that had to tell people what a woolly mammoth was like.
Yeah.
So what animal would you hate to have to tell your child went extinct in your lifetime?
I mean to say, I don't know. I mean to say, I'm not really well versed in the specifics. Probably as much as I should be.
If any animal went
bear.
extinct,
Go on, yeah.
So if any animal went extinct now, what would you hate to have to? What would affect you the most?
Probably personally me.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because my name is Dancingbear, but the reason, it is in a way, because I chose that name because I love the bird. That's my favourite animal. I love all animals, but the bird, I've always held a bond, because I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I know I'm revealing a part of my psyche here, but I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? I've always been a biggish guy, and throughout my late teens and early 20s, I put on a lot of weight. I think you can back me up on this. So a way to make myself feel better.
If you got any bigger, you'd be in a ring with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
You just call me blah.
But anyway, on a slightly serious note, you know, a way of making myself feel better, I suppose, was comparing myself to an animal. And you know, Game of Thrones, like the family names, that was always comparing themselves to wolves, birds, lions, etc. I always felt good because, not just because the way how big I was, I always felt my personality traits were very similar to a bird.
Yeah.
If I had to pick any
You
animal.
sleep a lot, you're grumpy when you get up, and you search for food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes in other
pretty much.
people's
And when my
houses.
mum tries to stop me from going in the fridge, I go, "Roar!" Just imagine this bird opening my mum's fridge. But yeah, it's. But yeah, no, it's. So I would be genuinely sad if
you had to turn around and tell your child.
Yeah, my
when
son.
I grew up,
Yeah.
there were these amazing creatures called bears.
Yeah.
And then you've got to show them the pictures.
Wait, don't,
and
man.
stuff
I'm
on YouTube.
tearing up. Just that concept alone is heartbreaking. And I think as a whole, us two included, perhaps we could do more. I mean, to say, I know.
Because for me, it'd be Wales.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Not the country. I don't really give a shit. I mean, yeah, we wouldn't get much Doctor Who films.
Oh, God, here we go. We're going to get some, but Doctor Who, you know, proper Mark fans commenting underneath. But Doctor Who was filmed in Cardiff. Wales is the best. We love Wales, really, don't
Yeah.
we? We love Wales, don't we, Koala? We love Wales.
Let me just read out this note. He's holding a gun to his head. I love Wales. No, but I've always found them, like, whales, creatures like that, fascinating, and wolves and... Yeah, whales. You know,
Wales. Oh, correct. I'm
not
really
not
not.
orcas or killer whales because they're like the dickheads of the ocean.
Are they?
Yeah.
How endangered are whales? Like, I genuinely don't know this. Call me an idiot.
What was it recently? I think. So right, someone's gonna have to fact check this one. But the humpback whale, I think it was, was nearly extinct nearly 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Because humans have got involved and stopped people hunting them, and that population is now more sustainable. I think they're on 20,000 now.
Right.
When it was at like a couple of hundred.
Mm.
So, but yeah, no, whales were quite... the more polluted the ocean gets, the worse it gets for a whale.
Yeah, true.
And whales are a big part of the ecosystem. Think about an animal. So a blue whale dies, it sinks to the bottom of the ocean. How much does that feed?
Very
How
true.
much does that fertilise?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got a friend, Tay, who is fascinated with whale poop.
Oh, is she a listener to our...
Well, I mean, she will be when she catches up.
Oh, how many episodes is she behind? If you
2.
don't mind me asking. 2? Oh, that's not too far, though. That's
But
not
yeah,
too bad.
so we just got political there.
Yeah,
Well, no,
yeah.
we didn't.
Well,
I mean,
no, is it political?
It's not, because, I mean, the environment is everyone's problem. It's like when, not to point fingers at any countries, but it's like when a certain Jonald B. Nump, did I hide that name well enough?
Go on.
When he came here and had a conversation, it was supposed to be about 30 minutes with, like, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Prince Philip is actually a big advocate for global warming, well, climate change. You can't say global warming because people are like, well, it ain't getting hotter over here.
Are they from Accrington, then, people?
No, I think they're from somewhere else. It's all over. No, some people genuinely think still that global warming is a myth, that the Earth is flat. You know, all these people that should be culled from the human race.
Yeah.
But this conversation was supposed to only go on for like half an hour, and it went on for hours because Trump's argument was, yeah, but America's really nice.
Yeah.
We're really good. Yeah, but global warming is a global issue, Mr. Lump. Do I have to keep disguising his name?
It's your show as much as mine.
Well,
Do
I
what
mean,
you
it's
want.
facts. Like, so Trump's argument was, even though China has really bad air and they've got to wear the masks and stuff like that, Trump's issue was, well, America is fine, so fuck the rest of the world. Yeah, but if the rest of the world goes, like, climate change, global warming.
It's like having a plate of chicken and chips, and there's a crack underneath the chicken, and the chips are turning around saying, "Well, we're all right at this end. The plate's going to be fine."
That is the weirdest analogy ever.
Well, come on, if you think about it. But yeah, I don't know. I never heard his speech. To be honest with you, I've sort of distanced myself from politics. It's quite a hostile environment now.
Oh, Oh God, yeah, it is.
I tried to. I mean, so I think that's one of the main reasons why.
But on the other side, we're not in America, so we don't hear the very biased political American news. We've got the British news, which, yes, a lot of it's political, but we like to do the facts and don't big everything up.
Yeah. Yeah.
My favourite is, did you ever see the American coverage of the Ebola outbreak?
No, I probably did, but it never registered.
In the UK, we're very quiet and reserved.
Right,
so we, on the news, they did the facts, they talk quietly, they talk calmly. This is what's happening. Will it affect you? No, because it's very hard for it to get over here. We could treat it in the very early stages. The problem is, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. In America, like, we're all going to die!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Intense people. Very intense people.
They are. Do you think the news readers sound like robots?
Yeah, you've rung this up a couple of times to me. I don't know if you have on the podcast or just in general conversation with me.
British newsreaders around the world have a certain way of talking.
Yes,
and
they
British
do.
ones, we're very... How would you do a British newscaster voice?
You want me to impersonate Sorry, I'm just getting a drink. You want me to impersonate a British broadcasting news? Which channel?
Trevor McDonald.
Oh, come on. Oh, no. You want me to murder Trevor McDonald?
Don't you dare. He's a national treasure.
Oh, no. Someone a bit more lowbrow, low-key.
Just like a Channel 4 news thing. Or
who's that?
Like.
Who's that div? I don't like him. That proper. He's so monotone. Is it Jeremy Vine? Oh, mate. Oh, God. Oh, I think I've whinged about him before, haven't I? And there's another one. Is it Andrew Moore?
I think so.
Oh, God.
But
I tell you.
You know what I mean? It's very... If anyone don't know, there's a way of talking when you're a news reporter.
Yeah.
In England, would you say we're quite monotoned in our news?
I don't think we are. I mean, I've just specifically picked two very low,
it's like
monotone.
Today in the news.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be sort of authoritative but soft.
Yeah.
Whereas America, how would you do an American newscaster voice?
Oh, it's very superficial. A lot of
It's almost robotic in the way
it's
they
like
talk.
if we were doing an American news feed, it'd be like, ho, how funny Koala. And in other news, it'd be like that, wouldn't it? That was quite a good impersonation there.
It's really weird. It's someone tells a shit joke and then you can tell it's fake laughter.
Like,
oh, that's so good. Where in the UK, it's like,
yeah, that was a shit joke, mate. Moving on.
And that's
and the weather.
It's for the weather. It's fucking raining.
He is Deborah with the weather.
Oh god, I want late night news now. It's like, here's the fucking weather. You know what? Dear. No. Picture this now. Yeah. This is time for a tangent. Okay, so you turn on the news. It's late at night, so they're allowed swearing. You have Vinnie Jones telling you news, with Danny Dyer telling you the weather. Here's some slags over here. They're getting wet. Who else could you have in that?
My name's Danny Dyer. I'm a Cockney, so therefore I assume I'm odd. Here's the weather. You can fucking just imagine, couldn't you?
Vinnie Jones.
I like Danny Dyer as a person. I can't stand his films, though. I don't know about
With Jason Statham on sports, and Phil Mitchell and Ross Kemp are the ones that go in the public.
Oh, Ray Winston on Gillette Soccer Saturday.
We should no. You know what? If we ever get around to making videos, we need to do a sketch of Cockney news.
Yeah. Oh dear.
How are you, you mugs?
Oh.
Welcome to news. There's been a stabbing, and now all to do with me.
Oh. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, we shouldn't have said this on the podcast though, because I guarantee you, someone listening to this is gonna be like, gonna beat them to it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll read it out. Yeah. I can, but I won't.
Oh dear. Speaking of sketches, actually, it's funny you should bring that up.
No, you cannot draw me like one of your French girls.
Are you aware of the comedian? You're gonna know who he is if you don't know him. Called Chris Barry.
I probably know
the face.
He
plays Rimmer in Red Dwarf.
Oh, of course.
I knew everyone. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I know him. You know, he used to do comedy sketches before he did Red Dwarf, and he was an impersonator. And what was the name of that 80s show where they were taking the piss out of politicians?
Did he
and he did the infamous quote, "It's a pity I'm screwing her country instead of her," and it was a piss taker Maggie Thatcher. I think he was impersonating Ronald Reagan. You must have heard it in popular culture, if not the actual show.
Did you ever see that thing like with Brexit. And it's the picture of Theresa May in like a Pornhub thing. And it's Theresa May with pen, and it's like one woman fucks an entire country.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Oh, wow. I think I saw something on Facebook very similar to
that. There's one with Boris Johnson. It's like Boris goes balls deep.
Oh, wow. Whatever happened to this podcast not being political? Well, that went out the window. Anyway. Oh, what have you got?
Fisherman's Friends. Not sponsored.
Has Koala got food?
They're eucalyptus and menthol.
Can I have one?
I just realised my fucking name's Koala and I'm eating eucalyptus sweets. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Koala's giving... Is it a sweet? Yeah.
It's a cough sweet.
It's half of one.
Do not chew it. They make you cough.
The sheer irony is just... Is that lost on you?
What?
A cough sweet that makes you cough.
Oh, yeah. that proper old, like, English.
Anyway.
They're just like airwaves. They're open you.
Mandalorian. We need to talk about this.
Yeah.
We've both seen it.
Yeah, we have.
I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. This fucking cough, bloody hell, it is thingy, isn't it?
Yeah. Menthol and eucalyptus.
Anyway, Mandalorian, what was your take on it?
No, I'd like to talk about Fisherman's Friends. Not saying we're sponsored.
Yeah. Why do you want to talk about it so much?
I mean, they're almost 200 years old and their recipe hasn't changed.
Fuck off, seriously.
No. When were they made? 1865.
Fucking hell, that is fucking strong, that.
Yeah. For fishermen working in extreme conditions in Iceland.
Fucking hell.
You never had them?
No, I don't think I have. I've had. They're a bit like
airwaves.
Yeah.
But they're like, woo.
Yeah.
You know, Airwaves, the advert where it's like everything opens. You eat an Airwave? Nah. This, do not drink anything cold now your head might explode.
Fucking hell. Sorry, that is strong. I might have to take this out while we're recording, but wow. Oh. Oh, no, I'm going to have to take this out. Yeah, that is strong.
His eyes are watering.
Oh, wow.
It feels cold, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know what it feels. Oh, God.
But you won't cough now.
No, I think I feel like my mouth's in labour. Oh, there's such weird emotions going on here.
It's cold,
oh.
but soothing.
Yeah, it is. It's... Wow. Yeah.
Just take a deep breath.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisherman's Friends.
Oh, wow.
Tom's recommendation.
That is pretty good. Yeah, Fisherman's Friends, everybody. Not that we're sponsoring. I'm just trying this out.
But, I mean, if they wanted to... Oh, that reminds me. We have a Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I ain't doing... I set it up, not for money-grabbing reasons, but just to basically lock down that name. Yeah. So we have a Patreon, but it's got no account details or anything set to it. But there are some perks on there, like 2, 5, and 10. And if you pick the 10, you get to tell us what to talk about.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of. Everything else is a thank you.
Absolutely.
It will just pay for artwork and new mic or
Absolutely.
camera.
All the money that will be made will be going on our channel.
It's funnily enough, if it starts making like a certain amount, I put it at 50.
Yeah.
I very much doubt anyone will give anything to us in this early days. But if they do. But on 250, which is probably in like 10 years we'll make that.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be monthly. I've actually put the 25% goes to charity.
That's pretty good.
But, because I didn't speak to you about it, so I want to get your thoughts on this before we start talking about more nerdy stuff. So, here's my idea. Now, if this like does pick up, which we're getting more views, so who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, we still don't have enough to put ads on, which I'm not sure I want to, or get any sponsors.
I think it's early. Personally, I think it's early days before we do that.
Well, you need to get over 2,000 views, and
yeah.
even then, I mean, I'm mainly doing this for fun, but if Patreon can help pay for a new mic or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't like bringing it up because it feels very much like begging for change.
Yeah.
But here's my plan, right? So 25% goes to charity if it starts making $250 a month. But instead of giving it every month, what I'm going to do is every month save it, and then at the end of the year, when you've got 25% from each month, and you have a lump sum, people can vote on what charity we give this sum to, and we'll anonymously donate it to a charity.
I'm completely behind that idea.
Or we send it with a letter from, like, two bumblefucks from the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Not saying
Yeah,
that.
you have a thing for that title, don't you? Two bumblefucks from the middle of nowhere, like, you know. Two just...
We basically are.
Yeah. What is the definition of a bumblefuck?
Us.
No, if you had to describe a bumblefuck, what is, like, you know...
Well, a bumbling idiot.
Like,
Like Wurzel Gummidge, if you've ever seen that old show.
Well, I don't think I've ever actually seen an episode of Wurzel Gummidge. I'm sure many of our listeners have. Anyway, I love the idea. Can we talk about Mandalorian now?
Go on then.
I thought it's bloody brilliant. I think if for any of those who haven't watched it yet and are a fan of Star Wars and have felt strongly...
Or Firefly.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that now. Do you like Firefly?
I do. Not normally a fan of Josh Whedon's work.
Yeah.
Buffy, Avengers, the first one I didn't like too much, if I'm honest.
What, Buffy? What, say that again, sorry. Yeah.
Well, Josh Whedon wrote Buffy.
Yeah, I know
Vampire
Josh
Slayer
Whedon wrote Buffy and Angel.
the first Avengers movie.
Yes, he
Um,
did. I thought
but-
he wrote more than that for Marvel.
I think he wrote a couple more, but I'm not entirely sure.
Right.
I'd have to go back and look. But, anyway. Firefly was a western in space. The
I know,
Mandalorian
yeah.
is a western in space. And I've got a prediction now, which may get me shot.
Oh,
I
dear.
think
We've just talked about Donald Trump. I
the
don't think you're in danger
no,
territory.
because Star Wars fans are worse than Trump supporters.
Really?
I think if the Mandalorian goes on for longer than 3 seasons, it's
Yeah.
gonna absolutely go up its own ass.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So, anyway.
Now here's my argument for the Mandalorian, right?
Go on.
And then you can talk about what you feel about it.
Go
the
on, go on.
Mandalorian works with the Mandalorian alone. Just Mando.
Have you
Which
just
feels-
nicknamed him Mando?
No, that's what he's called in the show.
Is it? I never
By
came...
his bounty.
Oh, he did,
guy.
didn't he?
But
Yes,
I-
yes, he did.
That's essentially like someone calling you British.
Yeah.
So no one... Does he not have a name, or did no one bother to ask
Oh,
him?
Brit. It'd be like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
But... So here's the beauty for me of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's I just think by season 3 he's going to have this big crew and supporting cast with him.
Yeah.
But I think it works better as him alone taking jobs and trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I think it will fall apart if he gets a big crew.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
If there's
yeah.
loads of supporting cast, he's not going to be...
Yeah.
It's going to look a bit weird.
What do you
this
reckon?
dude's silent.
There's a risk of him getting a crew.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen
No,
because
but
it just seems to work with him on his own. I don't know. It might work if they went for that direction, but personally, I hope they don't.
the lone gunslinger looking for redemption, and he's found
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah. Like a certain particular character in the DC universe that I'm obsessing with at this particular moment in time. And his name is John Constantine. Sorry, that's a little
Constantine.
bit-
Who knows?
Constantine. How do you pronounce that name?
I'm pretty sure it's John Constantine.
What do you prefer? Constantine? Constantine?
As long as he doesn't haunt my dreams, I'm quite happy.
But anyway, Mandalorian. I genuinely think this is the first time since Revenge of the Sith that something has come out of the Star Wars franchise that has an original plot. It's not a reoccurring plot. I don't think
It's weird because we both also want to do this, but you got The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
which so far has a good story. It's so drawn away from Star Wars.
Mm.
It's one of them shows that you could replace it with any old sci-fi like bollocks,
Yeah.
and it would still work.
Yeah, he would. The sort of bounty hunter angle can sort of work in any
Yeah.
sci-fi franchise. Even
Don't
fantasy.
say bounty hunter too loud,
Why?
because Dog might show up.
Fuck's sake.
Now there's an old reference.
Yeah, that is a very
You know,
old
He
reference.
kicked the shit out of you, tie your hands behind your back, and then say "I love you, brother," and put a cigarette
Was he
in
into
your mouth.
BDSM?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. But anyway, yeah, the bounty hunter angle. Bending my fingers there. I don't know why, because no one can see me. Can work in any most franchises. Could
And
work
it
in
gets-
Doctor Who. Could work in a fantasy sort of setting.
Sci-fi,
Could work anywhere.
anything.
In real life.
It's plus it introduces the wider fandom
Yeah.
to Mandalorian.
Yeah. And I love the music.
It is
The opening sequence, just listen to that. It's very...
Who's your favourite character?
Apart from the main character.
Yeah.
The one where he gets the second bounty, but decides not to. He decides to get. I can't say it without spoiling it. Baby Yoda. I don't think that's a spoiler because.
See, there's the thing. I want to know: is it the same race as Yoda, or is it a clone? Because this is set.
Spoiler alert.
Well, for those that want to know where it goes lore-wise,
Yeah.
this is set after Episode 6, but before the start of the Fallen Order.
Yeah, I don't think that's a spoiler.
Or the First
yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
Now, here's another thing with Star Wars. We've got the Mandalorian. I want to know, is that another of Yoda's race, or is it a clone of Yoda?
I would like it to be, personally. I think no one can know at this point. I think it's just genuinely pure speculation that I would prefer it to be just an entirely different character that just happens to be another member of Yoda's race. I think you're on the same wavelength as me.
Interesting fact from behind the scenes, Baby Yoda was as everyone calls him, was nearly CGI instead of a puppet. Because it's partly CGI, but it's partly a puppet. So it was nearly 100% CGI.
Oh, do you reckon it would have looked wouldn't have looked as
Awful.
good if it was 100% CGI?
I think they owe it to the creator of Muppets that originally made Yoda
Yeah.
and a lot of the Star Wars puppets
Yeah.
to honour him in that way.
Wow. Yeah.
Who made Muppets? It was Jim Henson?
I think it's Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's Jim Henson. Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't. I never thought about it, to be honest with you.
When it comes to Star Wars, we're having some good... So, the movies...
Yeah.
I'm not too much of a fan of the recent ones.
I'm
Rogue
not.
One.
Aside from Rogue, again,
But
completely on agree
TV
with you.
shows, Mandalorian, great. There's a comic series that is everyone loves.
Yeah.
Now, a newer one. And this game, Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yes.
Which we're both really looking forward to.
Yes.
Because we both want to play it, and we're
do
probably
want
going
to
to play it
play
on the
that.
channel. Do
Yeah.
you know, lore-wise, when it is set?
It's set after, I assume, after the events of Order 66.
It's set 5 years after Episode 3.
That's pretty cool.
So Darth Vader is around, and what it is he was a Padawan that survived Order 66. His master died and he got away. But the funny thing about this Star Wars Fallen Order, which we will play on the channel, is everyone keeps complaining about the main character's face.
Yeah.
They don't like him, he looks too generic. Which is hilarious because that's the actor's real face, and it's the actor that played Jerome in Gotham.
It is, yeah, I knew it
and everyone's
was.
like, I don't like his face. I don't
It's
like
too
his face.
fake, even though it's a real person.
Yeah, it's too, I don't like him. And everyone was complaining. Can you imagine being that actor? Like, oh, I wonder what people think of my performance. Oh, everyone hates me.
Poor kid. He also played...
He was the weird one in Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes, he was, wasn't he? And he's also in the American Shameless.
Cracking performance as
Yeah,
Jerome.
he's a brilliant actor. He's a phenomenal actor. I think he's severely underrated, to be honest with you. I don't think he receives the recognition.
No, he
deserves.
receives a lot now for his role as possible the Joker.
Yeah.
Even if Gotham did
Do you
start
need
going up
another-
somewhere else.
Fisherman's Friend.
No, I don't. No. Having too many of them. Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry for my language, my dear listeners, but this particular Fisherman's Friend... What is it, a mint? Or what is cough medicine? Is it classed as a mint? Or
It's a cough lozenge. Fisherman's Friends, extra strong lozenges.
Are you
were
really
first
going to read that?
Developed
Fucking
in
hell.
1865.
Wow,
for
he
fishermen
really is.
Working in extreme
He's
conditions
really gonna read the
of
packet
the
out.
Icelandic deep sea. Over 100 countries around the world. Like them. Also available in a variety of flavours. They do an aniseed one that's quite nice, but this is the original flavour.
I can't believe you've just read out the packet.
They are
Oh my god, he actually is an all. He actually
You
is.
asked what they were.
I asked what they were. Fucking hell, I didn't ask for the ingredients. You know what I mean?
You want the ingredients
No,
as well?
no,
Fine.
no.
They are ingredients, sugar, flavourings, licorice, menthol, eucalyptus oil.
What is eucalyptus?
It's what koalas eat.
Oh dear hell.
It's,
Sounds like a band from Jamaica.
Wow, it does well.
Yeah.
We could name a band Eucalyptus in the Trees.
Yeah. I never actually knew what it was. To be honest with you.
It's like this. It I think it has some sort of anesthetic properties, or I might be getting that confused with aloe vera.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway,
Oh, fair enough.
it's good.
They are. How much are they? I might get a packet myself.
They're very cheap because they're a very old sweet. I mean, they're still in paper packaging.
They still manufacture them then? Well, they must do.
No, that's a packet left from 1865.
I'm just flicking the V's casually to my esteemed colleague.
They're from the old. You know, you've got tunes and lockets. I don't know what Americans would call them. These are like the older Victorian era Victory V's, Fisherman's Friends.
Taste Victorian. Has that Victorian taste about
Yeah,
it.
like
Do you know
oldie
what I mean?
worldie.
You could taste.
Yeah.
You could imagine. I actually believe if you just put something like a piece of food in your mouth and someone said, "What does it taste like?" and you said Victorian, I honestly reckon they'd actually get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
They would get that description.
That reminds me. Have you ever seen Umbrella Academy?
I haven't, no,
Right.
but
There's this time traveling element, and basically there's this company that time travel, and they made sweets, but they've distilled them from entire eras in time. So have this. It tries it. Oh, it tastes like the 1950s.
oh wow,
But yeah,
this tastes like the 1890s.
instantly spit out. What was that? I taste shit. It's like the 90s.
It's like was the 90s like, that's a weird question but fairly interesting one. If you had to compare a decade to a flavour, this is interesting. So if I said to you the 1980s, what's the first flavour you'd think of?
Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti.
Eat and mess.
So it's quite sweet then.
Those are the flavours invented, and yeah, that's what I assume. Or I'd be like, 80s to me is like blackjacks and fruit salads and old sweets that we love but are slowly dying out, which saddens me.
I'd always think sweet and sour sweets, like very sweet, like soury taste to them.
What's this taste like, Rick Ashley?
Oh, it's definitely got a Boy George taste to it.
Oh God, I'd spit that out immediately.
You'd spit out Boy George.
Yeah.
Not like Culture Club.
Culture Club.
Yeah.
Boy George, he went a bit weird.
What about Adamant then? Would you reckon he'd...
My girlfriend's mum went to watch Adamant, which I
would go into. I never got to. No.
And apparently his new stuff is fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I might have to listen to it.
I definitely...
But I mean, Adamant for me is always going to be Prince Chumming.
Yeah.
Prince.
If Adamant was a sweet, what would he taste like? Like, what do you think he'd taste like?
I don't know. That's a weird fucking question.
Yeah, I'm a weird guy. I mean,
Yeah.
we're 11, 12 podcasts into it. You might as well get to see another side of me. You know, I always ask these type of questions.
Who is your favourite artist from the 80s?
Oh, dude, you can't ask me that.
I mean, if your answer...
Oh, can I give you 4 or 5?
No.
3?
No. You get 1.
2?
I'll make it harder. What's your favourite song from the 80s?
No, I can't answer that. Right, what it is, listeners, I have a stupidly eclectic taste in music. I couldn't even answer that about the 90s, the noughties. Not even now. I like so much music that comes out today.
See,
So-
obviously we lived through the 90s. You know, everyone remembers Country Road, but that dance version,
Yeah.
or things like, I know there's certain songs I hate from the 80s. Spanner Ballet Gold, Lady in Red.
You
But
hate Lady in Red?
That's from my upbringing.
Good to elaborate.
Living in pubs, what's the first thing every motherfucker that's drunk sings on a karaoke?
Really? They go for Lady in Red.
Lady in Red or Gold. How many times you walk past a pub growing up? or
I've heard
just in?
Gold a lot.
Gold!
Oh, and they're always out of key people that go for Gold.
Yeah.
Always believe in your soul.
And then the
Like that,
music
innit?
starts.
Yeah. I know what you mean and all. I just do.
I also hate the Elvis song Suspicious
Oh,
Minds. But that is because that's the only song my dad could ever sing on karaoke. And when people were in the pub, true story this, and he wanted to close doors and they just wouldn't leave, it was like, John, well now, get on karaoke. And then we're, oh God, drink up, he's going to start singing. And then Dad singing Suspicious Minds and people start leaving because he's so fucking bad.
Really? And bloody hell. Have you ever had a go on karaoke?
Of course I have.
Did you enjoy it?
There's certain songs that I sing that I'm not necessarily good. I quite like to sing "I Will Survive."
Apparently, you have informed me that
And
you're quite good at singing that song.
Tenacious D. Oh, I know all the words off by heart.
But there's no but.
I ain't very good.
You're not very good.
Singing that song.
That's not what you told me, Koala, on the phone.
Singing song "I Will Survive" has got noise complaints from neighbours and actual police come around. I'm quite good at singing the Muse songs because I've got quite a monotone voice.
Wow.
So I can sing like what's that one? Uprising.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, also Combine Harvester is my normal go-to.
Wow.
I got a brand new Combine Harvester and I'll give you the cake.
Did you listen to the 3 songs I presented you in was it last episode or episode before?
A couple of weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there, done that. Bought
Have you
t-shirt.
been there, done that? Okay.
I mean, in fairness, quite a lot of them I knew.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, how the fuck did we get on
Because we've got tangents now!
From Star Wars to what Adam...
I am going to have
to what Adamant...
I'm going to have to edit that down because that went so loud. I apologise.
Yeah, I do apologise. Anyway, how did we even get from Star Wars to... What does Adamant say? If Adamant was a sweet, what would he taste like?
I don't know, but what would Star Wars as a franchise taste like?
Oh, that's a good question.
It would taste... So if you had a sweet that was Star Wars flavour, it would taste good at first, then it would get a bit weird and off, and then it would start to taste like shit.
Star Wars, I reckon... Actually, I've got a better one for you. If franchises were takeaways, I think Star Wars would be a doner kebab. Right?
Because everyone wants it, but they ain't the best.
Yeah, and like, when you're pissed up, Star Wars looks like a brilliant film to watch because it's easy to follow.
Well, no, that's the thing. Star Wars, they're good. I would say they're a brilliant introduction into sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I do like them. Like, have you seen the newest trailer for Rise of the Skywalker?
Yes, I have.
I put it on our Twitter, the trailer, because it shows the...
You were quite pedantic on Twitter.
The stormtroopers flying. It's like, oh, it's a good thing they fly. Or they're probably the most safe flyers ever because they won't hit anyone.
Yeah. Did you see the George Lucas react to the Star Wars trailer? It wasn't actually him, but they know how to do a lot of things with CGI. And the person who is you need to see it. I'll have to send you the link. But the person who's impersonating George Lucas, it is so funny because you forget you know it isn't him, but what I'm trying to get at, your believability. You can believe it's him, and it's like all I'm gonna say. I don't want to give too much away because I want you to. Obviously, it'll spoil the jokes, but one of the opening sequences, Lucasfilm, and he says, "Oh, another check for Daddy." Oh, tell you what, do you want to pause it? Do you want to watch it now?
No, but there is something.
Go on.
Just mentioning Twitter, I want to show you. Basically, there was a Trump tweet, and I woke up in the morning. I looked at my phone. I checked Twitter, my personal Twitter, not our account. And I...
for God's sake!
Right, so for those that don't know, I've just shown Irvine, my colleague, Dancingbear, a tweet that Trump showed, which is a photoshopped image of Trump's head on Rocky Balboa's body.
And you posted this on Twitter, did you?
No, Trump posted this on his own Twitter account.
For fuck's sake.
And so, obviously, this prompted jokes about Trump versus Russia. It's like, oh, look, Balboa, the man that could convince Russia to, like, be peaceful and like America. Oh, hang on, no, that's Trump, the man that would probably inspire war.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about that being on an official president's Twitter account?
He's either got a cracking sense of humour or he takes himself way too seriously.
Does that face look like it's got a sense of humour?
Wow. That's I thought
I want to know.
I think I've seen it all.
Right? So it is the famous Rocky picture from, I'd say, Rocky 4, and he's got like his gloves on down, and he's flexing a bit, but he's got Trump's head on it, so it's a rippling body with Trump's weird square head.
In a way,
was Trump sat in the Oval Office and goes, I want you to put my head on Balboa's body.
Do you reckon? What do you think? I mean, to say you've
What I
obviously thought
think
about this.
is inside them gloves are still tiny hands. Now, you see, I want to see now. No. I want this to be a trend. I want loads of politicians on their official Twitter profiles to edit that or get someone for them because Trump, he's not smart enough to do that himself. No offense, but he's from that generation. I don't think he would be able to Photoshop. I want to see more politicians put their heads on someone else's body.
Yeah, you just imagine a Jeremy Corbyn on like photoshopped on like a little Ricky Hatton or something going.
Well, now there's something. Whose body would be funny?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you got Trump on Balboa's body. He steps into the ring like that. He flexes. It's a new show. They've done it. Theresa May's head is walking through towards. You can't see anything. She's got K-pod. She takes it off. Whose body is underneath that?
God. Can it be does it have to be a fictional
Anyone.
boxer?
Fictional. I imagine like General Grievous from Star Wars. Just
no,
like,
yeah.
Because including the hunched over.
I would actually say, but it's already been done. Have you seen them on Facebook where they've photoshopped Theresa May's face and she's bowing down to Thatcher and she's dressed as Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Or did you ever watch the Andy Serkis sketch where she's Gollum?
Yes, I did. the Brexit video.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh wow.
But yeah, no. So if this was in the ring, so you got Theresa May with General Grievous' body.
You're right.
Trump with Rocky's body.
Jeremy Corbyn's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I know it's already been done, but...
Oof. Okay, well, whose body would you put underneath Boris Johnson?
Ooh.
From any fiction.
Oh.
Just for effect.
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my god, that fits perfectly.
Jabba the Hutt.
See, I kind of want now the Queen. She's in a big... No one knows what's under it. Takes it off. It's fucking like Optimus Prime or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh,
who'd
God.
come out on top of that? Well, obviously the Queen. I reckon the Queen in her normal body could take Trump.
Hey.
Like, sprint along and elbow drop the
I reckon
bastard.
the Queen could pack a punch on quite, you know. She not reckon she always looks like she wants to give someone a good hiding. Like a facial expression.
My granddad respects the Queen for one reason. I mean, loads. She's done a lot for like women's rights, poverty, all that. But he respects the Queen for one reason.
Go on.
She's over 90 years old now. She still walks down the middle of the stairs. She doesn't hold on to the railing or anything.
Really?
My granddad says, even at his age, and he's in his 80s, he can't walk down the stairs without having the need to go to that railing to keep himself up. But the Queen, in her age, wears not flat shoes, but they're slightly high heels. They're about an inch heel.
Yeah.
90 years old and walks down the middle of the stairs without anyone around her. That is... I mean, think how many other old people do that?
Not an awful lot, is it, to be honest with you?
No.
They
always have to hold on to something. It's like, until recently, she was still horse riding. She's a 100% qualified mechanic.
Yes, I did know that. I did know that.
Like, people think the monarchy does, and I think the Queen has done so much.
Yeah.
And so is Philip.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a god.
Yeah.
In that tribe. Did you ever hear about that?
Yes. No, I don't think I have, actually.
He went somewhere in, I think, the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah.
And there's a tribe that haven't had too much contact with the outside world. And Philip went there and visited them. Right. And when he turned up, there'd been a drought. But when he turned up, it rained. When they found out he was someone important from the outside world and royalty, they mistranslated it.
Right.
And this tribe have a picture of him and they think he's a god.
Wow.
They think he's literally a god and he bought them the rain.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
So they have a picture. Right? They think he's a god.
Wow.
Can't drive.
Oh dear. Oh wow. But no, I didn't know that.
Prince Charles, didn't know what cling film is. Prince Philip listens to hardcore gangster rap.
Does he?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's an actual fact?
That's an actual fact. He's quite down to earth.
Yeah.
And he does a lot for, like, he's a big advocate for like climate change, and he will tell people to the face how it is, especially when he was younger.
You get that impression with Philip, don't you?
Well, I mean, it's the others that are quite far from the public.
So why do you think Phil? Because he's
Philly boy.
Philly boy, yeah. Why do you reckon he's so? How do you reckon he's so with it? Yet the rest of the, or a lot of the royal family,
Because he's always enjoyed being around people or on ships with the crew and stuff like that.
Oh.
But the Queen's apparently quite down to earth. Did you know there's reports that she likes playing practical jokes on people?
Can believe it, yeah.
Because you know the guards, they're not allowed to move.
Yeah.
So the Queen enjoys photobombing and doing things that no one would believe if you told them. Like, there was a guard in Buckingham Palace that said, yeah, so I was just stood there, minding my own business, and I'm not allowed to move or react. And the Queen walked along, dabbed in front of me and walked off.
Dabbed? Oh, wow.
Imagine trying to tell. That's like the joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Queen walks up to you in McDonald's, steals your chip, looks at you and says, no one's going to believe you, and walks off.
Yeah. Do you reckon she did?
I'd like to think the Queen did.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that somewhere out there, like,
well, people forget they are human. So
they are.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
They're a bit more drawn away from us, but yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I think William and Harry,
Yeah.
they're quite down to earth.
Yeah.
Especially Harry.
Harry's definitely down to earth, isn't he?
He may be royalty, but he is officially one of the lads.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And William, like it or not, he ever gets to the throne, he's going to be Billy the King.
Billy the King. What a fucking catchy title.
I know.
If ever there was one.
We intended to talk about fandoms in this one. As
what
our
the
buzzword.
hell have we talked about this episode?
I was trying to promote and start. I've talked about it before, because sometimes you don't know what to talk about and it can get like quite dry, or I just sit there and talk for like 20 minutes about comics, or you sit there and talk about 20 minutes to half an hour about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So I wanted, like, right, new format. We have one word that we've got to keep drawing back to. It's now nearly an hour, and we've only spoken about the Mandalorian once.
Oh, wow. Well, this is what I enjoy. Spontaneity.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about, like, fandom.
Yeah. I think that's gone out the window, to be honest, mate.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. I've enjoyed this particular podcast, so it's been very different. I know we probably say that every week.
Yeah.
But,
and our unofficial sponsor, Fishermans Friends.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I have another one?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Bloody hell, getting turning into capitalism. They wouldn't be able to.
So, you know Black Friday? Which in the
Yes.
UK we don't really do
Thank
too
you.
much.
Yeah.
There were people walking around America with anti-capitalism shirts on, trying to convince people not to buy something.
Really?
Not aggressive in any way, but they were trying to remind people of the effects of this on the environment, of like, you're rushing out for one day to get something that you think is cheaper now, but really, you can pick it up in a year when the new one comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, for those that don't know, Black Friday, we do it in England, but, so America is a lot bigger with it. They have one day, and like, everyone's seen the videos and the piss takes and things like that. A lot of shops in England now refuse to do it.
Yeah.
And the ones that do, they start a week before Black Friday, so it's a full week of deals, so that it's spread out so we don't have mad rushes in shops. Because, here's my story about Black Friday.
This is going to be interesting, actually.
The first year England did it, which was only about 5 years ago.
It was fairly recent, wasn't it?
I didn't realise it was Black Friday. Now, Asda, another name for Walmart, because it's in the Walmart family. I went into Asda. It was Black Friday. They were selling microwaves or something for £1.
It wasn't.
It was their own ones that break, but but yeah, they were selling them for £1. There was a mad rush and deals on TVs and kettles and stuff like that. I had no idea it was Black Friday. All I know is it was packed, and I wanted a sausage roll, and I was getting my sausage roll. I walk in, all the deal stuff. You know where the magazine section is? I walked through there. This old woman, she must have been in her late 60s, early 70s. She thought I was going for something she was going to pick up. And this is why I hate Black Friday, because it brings out the worst in people. Now, the
can.
British public, everyone's got this thing that we're quite stiff upper lip, and we are. But we're also the most violent, antisocial people in the world. And the only way to get us to stop fighting with ourselves is to get us all to hate one other person.
Yeah.
I have never had this experience before, and I never want it again. But did you know a 70-odd-year-old woman cracks a hell of a right hook?
Oh, fucking hell. No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, whereabouts did she hit you?
Right across the jaw. It was like being slapped with fucking bone.
So what was your reaction? You just be...
I just stood there and went, what? And she was like, mine you! Like, hunched over, grabbing something. And I was like, fair dues.
What was she getting?
I think it was a kettle.
She really wanted that kettle. She
But-
really wanted that.
So I got a sausage roll and left. And then when I got into town, and I work in the mall, there was a security guard outside Warren James who was terrified because he would actually dragged out the store by a group of travellers and then nicked his radio so they could listen to where the security were and cause trouble other places.
That's quite intuitive. That's very clever. Quite resourceful.
Yeah. So, and there weren't enough security to go around, and shops had to get their own security. Black Friday brings out the worst in people.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Right, but I was thinking about this comparison before. I was talking to someone before about it. You know Bully? Sorry, you know Bulworth Academy, the game?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the last mission where everyone's rioting.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of Black Friday. Just like, oh, shit's breaking loose. Like, it's the end it's the end of the world stuff. You know, when you see flames.
Yeah, it's like I've said before. In the UK, the shops for Christmas shut for Christmas Day. But the day before Christmas, town is packed. And it's like everyone is panicking. But the shops are only shut for one day because we got a Boxing Day sale. So what is so important that in droves, people have to sprint out and buy.
Yeah.
And it's never presents. It's always like food. It's like people are stockpiling. Like, I need bread because we're going to die.
Oh, wow.
The world is ending.
Oh, dear.
But anyway.
I don't have an answer for you, but yeah, wow.
Let's wrap this up.
I think we shall.
2 minutes and we're at an hour. This has been quite good.
You enjoy this podcast?
I have.
I have too.
Right, so I'm still doing the whole giveaway game. So question time.
Right.
Just to loop it back round to the front. In the comments or at us at Twitter at Dancingbear and Koala. Or email us. We do have an email. dancingbearandkoala@gmail.com. Give us a name of an animal and why it would, like, break your heart if this animal no longer existed or went extinct.
Yeah, please do. That's actually quite an interesting one.
So, I have been Tom Koala.
And I've been Dancingbear.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.